So starting things off then, will Sheffield Wednesday be able to continue its improved run of form that they've been on, or will high-flying Leeds put a stop to things? Now, I'm not too sure on this one. Sheffield Wednesday obviously won their last 4 matches, and they've been winning them for a reason. They're a very good side, and they look like a rejuvenated side. And especially at Hillsborough, they've been very good and very impressive over the last couple of games. So I think they're going to really give Leeds a run for their money. Leeds, they've been very good. Obviously, the one loss out of the 5 came in the Cup against Chelsea, which was a very hard-fought game against Premier League opposition. They really impressed me. In fact, I thought they deserved to get a result there. As for this game, I think it's going to be very tight. Like I say, I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw at Hillsborough. I think Sheffield Wednesday will take it. Leeds, they're probably the more likely side to win it though. So next up, will Preston win and get themselves into the playoffs, or will it be Stoke that cause an upset here and get themselves out of that relegation zone? Now, for me, I think it's going to be Preston, as they haven't lost in their last 5, and they're at home at Deepdale, which is a really tough place to go to for any away side, let alone Stoke, who have lost 3 out of their last 5. Now, in my opinion, I think Preston are going to win this game fairly comfortably, so I'm going to go with a 2-0 win for the home side. Next up, can Ipswich end the day top? Well, I certainly think so. Off the back of a 5-goal thriller that's going to have a really late comeback, they're going to be buzzing, especially if they've won their last 5 matches as well. Like I say, I don't really see any way Cardiff win this one. Obviously, they have won their last 2, and they're all at home, so it's going to be tough for them, but I still think Ipswich are just going to have too much for them. So I'm going to go with a convincing 3-1 win to the away side. Now, next up, we are at Ewood Park. Now, I wonder which of these 2 sides are going to end the day pulling away from the relegation zone. Now, if you take a lot of factors into account here, Blackburn, well, haven't won in their last 5. They've got a lot more games where they've been close, or they've got draws. Where if you look at Plymouth, they've only won 1, which is more than Blackburn, but they haven't got any other results. So I'm leaning towards the home side, especially at Ewood Park, though, because it's a really tough place to go, and they've got that fear factor in the sandwich amongst who I think is going to really make the difference today. So I'm going to go with a 2-1 win to Blackburn. Next up, can Coventry back up their huge win on Tuesday night with another one at the weekend? I think they might just do it. Watford only 1 win in their last 5 compared to Coventry's 3. Obviously, 1 was in the Cup, but it was a convincing win over Maidstone, and they desperately need this win to get themselves back in that playoff picture. And I think they are going to do it, like I said. Away at Vicarage Road, it's not going to be an easy one. It's not going to win by massive goals, but they're going to put a professional performance, in my opinion. So I'm going to go with a 2-0 win to the away side. Next up, will Southampton get their promotion bid back on track after a little bit of a shaky period? Obviously, they got that win last night against Birmingham with a very late goal, and can they back that up again tonight? On my live stream, I'm going to be reacting to them playing against Preston, but will they do it at the weekend as well? Oh, I don't know, because Sunderland have been really poor lately, haven't won any of their last 5, and they're away from home. So all things are pointing towards a Southampton win. So do you know what? I am going to go with that. I'm going to go with a 2-0 home win, and it'll be done in a professional manner. Next up, can QPR keep up this improved run of form they've been on recently and keep pushing away from the relegation spots? Well, they've got Middlesbrough on the weekend at Loftus Road, so I do think they're going to have a bit of an edge there. And obviously, QPR have won their last 3 matches, 9 points from 9 against the teams they've had to play against is incredible from them. Middlesbrough only won 1 out of their last 5, and pressure is building on them as they are slowly falling away and into the bottom half. I think that QPR are going to win the game very narrowly. I don't think it's going to be an easy win for them, because they're not a side that's going to really go and put 3 past the team. They're a side that's going to nick a game and get all 3 points, and I think that's what they're going to do here. I'm going to go with a 2-1 win to QPR. Next up, can Norwich continue their late surge up the league table that has seen them go from mid-table to pushing for the playoffs? Now, obviously, they face a really out-of-form Rotherham side that haven't got a win in their last 5 and are pretty much relegated. As for Norwich, they're unbeaten in their last 5, 3 wins in that time. It should be a formality, but obviously this is the Championship and anything can happen. But at Carrow Road, I do back the Canaries to win this game comfortably. I'm going to go with a 3-0 win to the home side. Next up, can Millwall go and continue their unbeaten start under new boss Neil Harris, where they face Birmingham on Saturday in what is set to be a really gritty game as 2 sides on the bottom end of the league table desperate for a win? At the day, it's going to be a really good atmosphere, I feel, and Birmingham are going to really struggle with that. But Birmingham, they're going to be in luck because Neil Harris' side never really dominate matches. They'll get the odd chance and they'll definitely take it. If Birmingham can create a lot and put the ball in net a couple of times, I think they will win the game. But I don't know. I just don't really see enough from this Birmingham side to make me think they're going to take any from this one. So I'm going to go with a narrow 1-0 victory for Millwall. Next up, can Leicester back up their league win in midweek to keep themselves at the top of the league? Well, they face Hull City in a very tough game, in my opinion. Hull, they've drawn their last 3 matches and they've been unbeaten in their last 5. Now, if you go over to Leicester, now they've lost 3 out of their last 5, and one of those wins did come in the FA Cup. So only 1 league win out their last 4. They need to get another win here. Other teams are catching them around them, and if they don't start getting more consistent wins, they will find themselves falling out of the automatic promotion spots. Now, obviously, you'd think Hull at home would be an advantage for them, but it's not. Hull are the 11th best team in the league when it comes to being at home, and Leicester are the best team in the league when they're away from home. So I'm going to go with a Leicester win here, a narrow Leicester win. It could go either way, to be fair, but I'm going to go with a 2-1 win to the away team. Can Huddersfield get a win here and get themselves away from that relegation zone? Well, I don't think so. They're playing against West Brom, who are in the playoffs at the minute, and with 3 wins from their last 5, I think they're going to make it 4, because Huddersfield, they are where they are for a reason, put it this way. Obviously, they've started to pick things up a little bit in the last couple of weeks, but I'm still going to go with a comfortable West Brom win. And for them, this is going to mean they're going to solidify their place in the playoffs, which is absolutely huge for them. And considering the amount of money they spent compared to the output, it's absolutely ridiculous. And fair play to West Brom, because I'm going to go with a 2-0 away win. And finally, is this the beginning of the end for Liam Manning's time at Bristol City? His side come into this game with only 1 win in their last 5, and since Nigel Pearson's departure, I don't think Bristol City have got any better. In fact, I think they've got a lot worse. And with pressure building on, is this a pivotal game for him? Obviously, they're a host Swansea, and Swansea, they've picked up form recently, annoyingly for them. 3 wins out of their last 5, they're going to be a real problem, despite being lower in the league. And do you know what? I think Swansea are going to take all 3 points in a convincing fashion. I'm going to go with a final 3-1 win to Swansea.